Hey everyone, welcome back. So today's video is going to be a get ready with me. I would like to do a very pretty makeup look. I'm feeling so inspired today because A, my husband comes home from a week of work, and B, it is freezing outside. Like, we had storms roll through last night. It is 46 degrees. It is windy. It is chilly. I was a little bit overwhelmed on what to choose to wear today, but I am going to give you a full rundown of my outfit towards the back end of this video. But for now, I would like to just kind of chit chat, get your coffee, and let's get into this. I'm feeling a little bit Steve Jobs-ish today. Did you guys watch that documentary on that lady that started the company Nose, I think it was? And she was totally inspired by Steve Jobs and literally dressed like him every day. It was a little bit weird. The fact that I even get to wear a turtleneck today just gives me so much joy. So I've been saying how I have been feeling a little bit out of a creative rut. Oh, today I am totally rejuvenated. I'm back. I'm in the game. There's just something about cooler weather, getting rid of that heat, that just makes me feel like a whole new woman. Not only that, we're kind of getting into that time of year where, you know, there's a lot of fun, awesome things going on. There's a lot of holidays coming up. It's just really exciting. I think the back end of the year, like October, November, December, is like a super exciting time because there's all kinds of, you know, celebrations to be had, and I, you know, get all excited about decorating my house and Christmas and, you know, family time together, and it, you know, it's just all good things. Okay, so I just primed my face with the Bobbi Brown face base. I'm gonna go in with my CC cream today. Yesterday I wore this and I'm like, you know what, I really do like the It Cosmetics CC cream, but I'm actually gonna apply it a little bit differently today. I'm gonna use this brush, which is the Wayne Goss foundation brush, and I want to sheer it out just a little bit. Okay, honey, hold up. You know, I was talking to my girlfriend about this, and I feel like sometimes I could totally write a book, or maybe if there's interest, I'll make a video, like sit down and write down my thoughts related to not just deployments, but when your husband, I'm in focus, right? But when your husband comes and goes, or maybe he travels for work, and like how that changes the relationship dynamic of someone who's not here all the time. And this year in particular, he's been gone quite a bit. And so I feel like there's things that I have learned through this, and things like pieces of advice I'd give people, and you know, things not to do, things I've done wrong and I've learned, but also how like absence does make the heart grow fonder. Like, that's a saying, and I know it in the middle of, say, a deployment, that's like annoying. Like, you don't want to hear that from someone because you're like, okay, yeah, but here's the reality of my situation. I'm overwhelmed. My kids are driving me nuts. I love them to death, but when you're around them 24/7, it gets to be a bit much, and I think it's important to have time away, right? So anyways, if there's some interest in a topic such as that, I'm trying to think of what else I can share on my channel, or at least things to talk about while putting makeup on, because I do enjoy, like, I like multitasking. I love these get ready with me's. So I gotta tell you, I've owned this brush. I think I bought his brushes, like, we can go back to the video. I remember filming about it. I think it was Christmas of 2015 or 2016. It was the year that they first released. And I bought his collection at that time. It was a mixture of face and eye brushes. Love his brushes. Really, truly do. They hold up so well. But I really didn't use this brush at all. I don't know why. I think part of it was because I didn't really like a more sheer coverage foundation because my skin was breaking out all the time, but I didn't know why my skin was breaking out, and it was actually my fault. Like, I have very sensitive skin, and I kept prolonging the process of getting over the breakouts by putting products on my face that my skin was sensitive to and reacted to. So, long story short, I now have gotten rid of the reason as to why my face was breaking out, which is chemical sunscreens, which is, lo and behold, in a lot of foundation. And now my skin is so much better that I like a more sheer coverage. I don't like too cakey. You can really, I have zits on my neck for some reason. I don't know. That's why another reason why I wanted to wear a turtleneck today. I'm like, what's going on? And then I'm just going to dab over that. Oh my gosh, it's 8 minutes already? Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to cut out some of that jibber jabber. I talk so much, and then like the rest of the video, I'm like, oh, there's nothing to talk about because I talked about everything while I put on my foundation. I've also come to the conclusion that I like a little bit of concealer underneath my eyes, and I really just like this L'Oreal Pro Glow. I have decluttered to the point of this is the only concealer that I have that looks good. I like how it's more serumy. Now, I was watching Emily Noel's video on strange makeup tips that her subscribers offered her, aka you guys. And so one of them was to put the concealer on and let it dry for, well, she said 2 minutes, and she set a timer. Quite frankly, I'm scared to let this dry for 2 minutes because I don't want to have not be able to blend it out. So I'm going to let it sit there for just a moment and see if it does indeed offer more coverage, because that's what the person said. It offers them more coverage. Hot coffee on a cold morning in a turtleneck. I'm like so happy right now. I guess while that's drying, I'm going to take a little bit of the Charlotte Tilbury. Also really like this product. I have learned that I like products that I can apply to my face and not see them. Like, I don't want to look in the mirror and be like, oh, there's my powder. Like, I still want to see pretty shiny skin, right? So I need a product that's going to keep the shine down, but not add texture. Okay, that's long enough. I'm freaking out about this concealer. I think for this particular concealer, that trick might actually work because it's a more serumy, liquidy concealer that probably, if you go directly in with a sponge, like I do, would just get soaked up into the sponge right away because it's not like a thick, heavy situation. So that might have actually helped a little bit. I don't think it was life-changing, but it's fine. No, I'm going to take that same powder and just kind of lightly set my under eyes here. This is a Wayne Goss airbrush. Now, at one point, this was a limited edition release, but it is now a permanent item. I like this one a lot. I've always used this one for underneath my eyes, but recently I used it to apply blush, and I kind of liked that too. Okay, I'm going to do my face stuff in the opposite order today just because I can, and sometimes it's fun to change things up and do a little bit of experimentation. Now, I recently did an entire video using some new Pixi products, but I didn't use these two products in the video, and then I thought maybe I'd do a little bit more playing around with this highlighter palette. I did use the shade Lace in that video. This is a pretty palette. I like Pixi's highlighters. I also noticed I say so much. I say it more when I'm thinking about what to say. If I'm just relaxed and having a conversation, I say that word less, but when I'm really trying to remember all the things that I want to say, it's like my filler word, and I'm like, wow, how does anyone watch me? I'm so annoying. Okay, so we have Wednesdays, which is this glowy powder. This reminds me of that Smashbox highlighter I loved years back. It was like a rose gold highlighter. That was like one of the first little kits I bought and featured on my channel 5 years ago. Was it 5 years ago I started my channel? Or was it 6? Oh my gosh, I think it was 6. It was 6 years ago that I started my channel. Wow, that time has flown. Okay, anyways, here's Fetch and here's Wednesdays. So I think what I'm going to do, because these are like a darker highlighter, I'm going to mix them, I think, and just kind of play and add a little bit more glow to my face than I probably normally would. And I'm actually going to put highlighter on first today. Oh wow, that is really pretty. What is this one? Fetch. Now it is coloring the tops of my cheekbones a little bit. This would be really pretty as a blush topper. Like put on a matte blush and then layer this. Wow, it's almost got like a coppery undertone to it. Okay, maybe I don't want to use the other one. This one's really pretty. It's definitely got a coppery shift to it, but by golly, that is really pretty. I put it right here. Really pretty. If anything, it adds glow and a warmth. I think I'm going to layer just a little bit of this Clutch shade, just to kind of brighten that up a bit. I'm going to take this Partey blush from Tarte. This was part of the birthday gift last year, I believe, at Sephora. Do you guys watch The Real? It's a daytime talk show. I had never seen it before until we lived in Mississippi, and the show came on, and I'm like, what the heck, how come this doesn't air back in Colorado where I'd come from? And it doesn't air here either, which makes me sad because it's my favorite daytime talk show. Love that talk show. But I do watch the clips of the girl chat portion on YouTube. You guys, it's just so good. I had that, like, in my room. I was doing a bunch of things, and I just had that playing in the background, like, all morning. I just love listening to those girls. They're just my favorite group of girls, and I like all of them. Because usually with talk shows, you don't necessarily enjoy all of the hosts, but I enjoy all of the hosts. And a lot of them have their own YouTube channel on as well. So, like, Jeannie Mai, I'm not sure if that's her last name though, but Jeannie, she has her own, and then Adrienne, Adrienne was in the Cheetah Girls, and then Tamara, you know, T and Tamara, sister. Well, Tamara is one of the hosts on that show, and I don't know if she has a YouTube channel or not, but I love her. She is great. And then Lonnie, she's a comedian, and she of course adds a very funny element to the show. But once again, I recommend watching that channel on YouTube if you're looking for like a girl talk show that you're not going to get mad at the TV about, like what they're talking about. I mean, they talk about a lot of like women things, and just, I don't know, they don't tiptoe too deep into what the other talk shows do with like politics and stuff. I'll watch the news if I want to get into politics, but I turn into like a girl chat talk show for the topics that they talk about, you know, things that, you know, sometimes you're like, oh wow, they're going there, aren't they? But it's great. I love it. Okay, I'm going to bronze my face up now. This is the Bare Minerals pressed bronzer. Old as dirt, but I'm going to use it up. And another reason why I love to watch them is that they all have amazing style. I'm so inspired by their outfits and their makeup every single time, and their hair. I love to get all dolled up. I just don't have a reason to sometimes. Like today I'm leaving the house and I'm going to the airport, and I got some things I'm going to do, and so people other than myself are going to see me. And so I think if I had a reason to get dolled up every day, like I'd probably be even more excited about it. But sometimes it's hard because it's like I'm not even going anywhere. But on the other side of that coin, it is important to like pull yourself together. You do feel a little bit better. And I have girlfriends that wear makeup every day, and I'm not one of them. I don't wear makeup every day. I only wear makeup if I'm going to film or if I'm going to like go somewhere. And even then I don't always wear makeup. Like 8 times out of 10. I'm not wearing makeup when I'm running errands. Just because I like to get out of the house right away so I can get back, because, you know, I got to drop the kids off and pick them up from school. Okay, so we did all the bronzer and stuff. Now I'm just going to take the Hourglass Luminous, what is this called? Luminous Light Ambient Lighting Powder. And I like to just softly dust this. These are such beautiful, subtle, elegant powders. You don't need a lot, but they just do magical things to your face without being obvious. Anastasia better not ever discontinue this color, because medium brown is literally the exact color of my brows, and it's so perfect. So today I want to do a very pretty eye. I think I want to play around with some cooler tones because I really enjoy a cool toned look on myself. It's just kind of my jam. So I'm going to start off with Kid by MAC, and that's what's nice about buying them individually like this, is that you can buy what you need. You can make your own like travel palette or like everyday palette, or maybe you do your makeup at work or something and you just want to bring something you know you're going to be able to use all the colors. Because why bring stuff that you're not going to use, you know? I got palettes sitting in there with really pretty colors, right? And the colors attracted me. But then when I take those colors and I put them on my eye, I actually sometimes don't feel pretty because I feel like the makeup is wearing me and I'm not wearing makeup. Like makeup that makes me feel pretty is almost always brown eyeshadow. Like, or a rendition of a neutral, you know? It's not greens or pinks, and not that it's not fun to do that, and from time to time I do, but the things that I gravitate towards when I think about things that enhance my natural beauty or that make me feel really confident are colors that just really, you know, elevate and are neutral colors. Do you know what I like about these MAC shadows? Now that I'm using these after having used newer formulations of eyeshadows, I feel like the newer eyeshadows are so pigmented that I always break this down with letters, don't I? You pick it up on your brush, you have to tap off the extra. Well, then that's kind of wasted product, is it not? Then you go to apply it, and it's like, wow, okay, now I have a giant splotch of color to try to blend out. There's no like layering it because it's so pigmented that off the first get-go, right out of the gate, you are working with so much pigment to have to blend out. That's why I like these shadows, because it doesn't pick up a lot of product and they're buildable. Like, you start out sheer and can build, and I think that's actually better, especially if you want like makeup that's not obvious, or not that you're obviously wearing eyeshadow. Like, do you see how this is just like a nice wash of color? I built it up to be that. Like, so many shadows now you pick up just a little and it's like, bam, now you have a really dark, and not even that because the eyeshadow is dark, but just because it's so saturated, it's so pigmented, your whole eye look tends to turn out so much darker. That could just be me. It could be me and how I apply shadow and my own observations. But I just kind of like a more sheer, you know, start out with a more sheer level here. Something to kind of brighten up the little brow bone area up here. Next, I'm going to go in with this Sydney Grace. Now, this is an indie brand. My friend Jelena gave me this shadow. It is a beautiful color. It's called Eastern Rise. And so I'm going to go in with this. This is, I believe, matte. It looks pretty matte. Now I'm going to take Naked Lunch from MAC. This is another one of my favorite lid shades because it's subtly shimmery and just so pretty. And then I'm just going to take a little bit of that Naked Lunch and put it down here. And then I took that Sydney Grace color that was on my lid and I also put that down below. Alright, I'm going to go in with the Chanel Cream Eyeliner in Hyper Black. I love this eyeliner because I find it so much easier to work with than a liquid eyeliner. Liquid can splatter and you have to be so precise and so calm, and you cannot drink too much caffeine before you even attempt to put that stuff on, or you're going to have it everywhere. This you can also like smudge out, and I actually been like this brush, and this is the brush I use to apply it, and it comes with it. It's just a small little angled brush, which I like that it's so small because I end up choking up on my brushes regardless, and in order to get close to a mirror to see, you need a short-handled brush or you literally can't get close because the brush hits the mirror. I really, really like this eyeliner. It works so well. Now, I think I bought this in the spring. It's starting to dry up a little bit, but yet when I smush it around, it's still pretty emollient and creamy. So just take note of that. But I mean, that's something, any sort of cream or liquid product is eventually going to dry up. It's not going to last forever. So for my lips today, I want to do some sort of a rendition of a nude, but like a darker nude. I've been loving this lip liner. Okay, this is old. This is Urban Decay's 24/7 lip pencil in the shade Naked. I think this is like the OG Naked, but a color that's like basically the same is Lancome Ideal. Or I think there's a matte color. There's so many good, like MAC In Control. That's another favorite of mine. Morning Coffee, I think, is really similar to this. I basically have several of the same shade lip liner that are my favorite. I'm just using this for the sake of using it up, but grab whatever kind of color. I just wanted like a liner that's like a shade or two darker than my natural lip color. And then I'm going to top that with the NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Angel Food Cake. Okay, so this is the finished makeup look, and let's go over and show you my outfit of the day. Okay, so for today's outfit of the day, I have on this black turtleneck, which is, I believe it's from either the Gap or Aerie, but it's just a basic black turtleneck, and it has a little bit of a ribbing detail to it, and you can see the seam of my bra. It's a little bit lighter weight, but down here in Texas, I need lighter weight things to layer, and because it's lighter weight, it's really easy to layer with without feeling like the Michelin Man, because ain't nobody want to feel or look like a football player, right? And then over the top of it, I have on this cardigan that is leopard print. I love that it covers the tush. It's super soft, cozy. It is also not overly thick, so I actually could put a longer coat on over this too if I wanted to layer even more so. And then I have on the jeans that I bought at The Buckle. The brand I think is GLY is what they're called, but they were really affordable. I want to say they're around like $60, and for a pair of denim, that's a really good price. I like how good they make my butt look, and I'm definitely, you know, I'm picking up my husband. I should be showing off my best asset, right? You know, I kind of like the look too of if you take off this sweater just to have kind of like a tucked in top with a heel. I think it's a really sexy look. Another thing that would look cute today and probably a little bit more cool would be to wear a leather jacket over this. And I thought about doing that, but I really like the leopard. And then my shoes are Sam Edelman Hazel Pump. This is the nude color. This camera is making them look like a strange shade. It's because I have this on like an auto setting, but they're just a really nice neutral color. I love these pumps. They're comfortable. They have so many different colors and styles, and I think a nude pump, well, you know, nude and black, you just need both. And so that is my outfit today. Kind of showed you, but I didn't talk about how cool this necklace is, that you can wear it up like that. I love adjustable necklaces like this where you can make it kind of look like a tie, or it can just truly be like one of those longer tassel type necklaces. It's just super fun. So thank you guys so much for watching and for joining me today. I absolutely love doing outfit of the days and getting ready with you. Let me know if you enjoy this too. I am headed on out to enjoy the very cold, frigid day. Probably drive with my windows down. I'm gonna be the one lunatic driving down the highway with my windows down. Everybody else in Texas has probably cranked up the heat. I'm like, heat! So thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll chat again soon. Bye guys.